Live 7 comes with an excellent collection of included audio effects. Unlike MIDI effects, which can only be used on MIDI tracks, audio effects can be used on both audio and MIDI tracks. We're going to take a look here at the basics of using Live's included audio effects. I've got a loop here on my audio track. This is a very basic drum loop, and I'm going to make it a little more interesting by adding an audio effect. Now this is the Live device browser again, and I'm going to open my audio effects menu. And you can see here that I've got a number of audio effects that were included with the Live program. And this includes some interesting effects like the beat repeat, which we'll cover in its own movie, the filtering, pan, chorus, compressor, two different EQ options, another filtered delay, a flanger, and some very cool reverb and another delay effect that we're going to actually look at here, and lots of other stuff. Now, if you want to add an effect to an audio or MIDI track, you can add the effect in its default state just by clicking and dragging from the browser directly onto any audio track. Each of the included audio effects also includes a number of presets, which you can access by clicking the triangle to view the included presets. And once again, you can click and drag directly onto any audio track. And I should have mentioned before, you can delete an effect at any time by selecting it and deleting. Now you also have two different views for each track. Double-clicking on a clip brings up the clip view. Double-clicking the track title bar shows you the device view. You can add effects by dragging and dropping directly onto the device view as well. Let's hear how this sounds. Something you'll notice about this preset is that it's set to 100% wet. That means you're only hearing the effect. If I reduce the effect to 100% dry, you'll hear only the original audio track. And I'm bringing in the effect. You can add multiple effects to any audio or MIDI track by dragging and dropping here, or by dragging and dropping here. And I'm going to reduce the dry wet here so you can hear that a little bit better. You can arrange the order of your effects at any time just by selecting and dragging. And delete an effect again by selecting it and pressing delete. If you make changes to an effect and you want to save the changes, you can go ahead and click the Save Preset button. Type in a new name and hit the Enter key. And your preset is automatically saved to the folder containing the other presets for the effect. If you've got a couple effects that you've got together and you want to save them as a group, you can hold down the Shift key, select both effects, and then right-click or Control-click and select Group. Now this groups the effects, and if you want to save the group, you can click the Save Preset down here. Type a name and save it, and your grouped effects will be saved to the audio effect rack. Now this is an interesting component in the audio effects folder. The audio effect rack contains presets that are in some cases set up for specific things like your bass or your drums or your guitars. And these are combined effects, grouped effects that you can quickly add. Let's go ahead and delete all of this. That you can quickly add to any track. You can make changes to grouped presets at any time by switching out effects, adding new effects, or deleting effects. And again, you can save the group by clicking the Save Preset button. Let's go back to the ping pong delay and look at some of the common features that you'll find in Live's effects. The device activator can be used to turn an effect on and off. The Hot Swap Presets button can be used to try out different presets in real time. One interesting fact about the Hot Swap Presets button, by the way, is that you're not limited to the presets for the effect that you're currently using. With the Hot Swap Presets button activated, you can add a completely different effect at any time. Let's go back to the ping pong delay. Each of Live's effect has a similar looking interface, but lots and lots of different parameters and functionality for working with your Live audio and MIDI tracks. So I definitely recommend going through here and just trying some different things out on your Live tracks, especially working with the audio effects rack, which contains some really great and interesting creative combinations of effects.